keep finding myself in thought about the fact that there's officially a Mary Poppins sequel in theaters right now. That's actually interesting. We finally got a Mary Poppins sequel that no one really asked for, but okay, I saw it, so let's review it. Whoa, what is even going on?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Got the chatter.
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins returns. Alright, sure, whatever. Mary Poppins sequel. Fine, sure. So Mary Poppins Returns is somewhat of the sequel to Mary Poppins, the original, 6 years after the original. Just note, I never grew up with Mary Poppins. I'm sorry, it's not my childhood. Mary Poppins is not my childhood. No matter what I said 9 months ago, I might have said it was my childhood then, but I don't think I really knew. I know now, I never grew up with Mary Poppins. I've seen it before, it's been a while. Is that like a weird light right there? Because I think it's just the light's too low, whatever. It's like a glare right there. But I never grew up with Mary Poppins. Just, I saw it once and I haven't seen it since. But then I heard, hey, Mary Poppins sequel, and it's supposed to be super hyped, except no one was that hyped. It was just kind of like, oh, interesting, Mary Poppins sequel. I mean, that could be good. And then I was starting seeing, then I saw Nutcracker in the Foremost, and then I kind of thought, I don't know. I really don't know. Thought it could be okay. A lot of people were saying that this movie was too late. We don't need a Mary Poppins sequel 6 years after the original. And I totally agree. I do not need a Mary Poppins sequel 50, 60 years. I don't know how much after the original. But yeah. And I was hoping this movie would be good. Because I want to see good movies. I'm not someone who wants to see bad movies. Bad movies exist. There are more bad movies than there are good movies. That's not entirely true. But there are a lot of bad movies. This year especially had a lot of bad movies. But I genuinely think that I wanted this movie to be good. I wanted it to be good. Now let's just jump right into the acting in this movie. This movie, okay, let's just flat out say it. Emily Blunt kills it. Emily Blunt is Mary Poppins. You know the best actors of the year, like Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody is one of my favorite performances of the year. Let's see, what else is a great performance this year? Ethan Hunt in Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible Fallout. Fantastic. And now you got Emily Blunt in Mary Poppins Returns. Because she was exactly what Mary Poppins is. Someone who does all these magical things and they just kind of like, oh, wait, that didn't happen. That totally didn't happen. And she's like so good at fooling. She was great in this movie. Most of the actors are good in this movie, which one of my main gripes with this movie is the kid actors. I didn't like any of the kids in this movie. A, because they're not that good at singing, and B, because they're really bad at acting. Like, a lot of them are really unconvincing and annoying, and I just didn't really like those characters on screen. In fact, as it stands, this movie was good. It was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't the magic. It wasn't magical or anything like that. Actually, that was one of my problems with this movie. But yeah, it was a good movie. It was good. Check out Mary Poppins Returns. And, oh my god, why did this movie only make $20 million? Are we sure that's true? Because holy crap did people see this movie. Like, I went to the 12:25 showing, and they told me, there's literally 3 seats left. And I was like, I'll go to 3:25 because I hate being crammed or in the front of the theater. And 3:25, we had to sit up in the very top corner. Like, are you sure this movie only made $20 million? I mean, it made sense that Bumblebee didn't do that well, which is really disappointing me, and Aquaman underperformed. But are you sure this movie did worse than, like, did really underperformed? That's surprising to me. A, because Mary Poppins, are you kidding me? And B, that's like part of everyone's childhood. Everyone except me grew up with Mary Poppins. I grew up with my Winnie the Pooh and stuff. Actually, that's a great comparison. You know what? Mary Poppins Returns is so similar to Christopher Robin, it kind of frustrates me. Like, the similarities between these two movies is really frustrating. It's all about remembering what your childhood was. It's basically about the kids from the original, the kids from the original. They grow up, now they're adults, so they have some business problems. They have like a bank problem, and then like someone from their childhood, like one of their main childhood memories, comes back to them and makes them learn again what a child is to be like. This is Christopher Robin again. It's a formula. I know they're gonna use it again, but thing is that this movie did worse than Christopher Robin. What? Are you serious? I thought Christopher Robin underperformed, but oh my god, no, Mary Poppins is bombing. It's not doing good at all. And it's not like I'm that upset. I didn't hate this movie. I didn't think it was bad, but I just didn't think it was that great. I thought it was good. There are problems with this movie, but let's just go into the good stuff of this movie, because there's a lot I really liked in this movie. First off, I really enjoyed this movie. I didn't love every moment of it. There were a couple moments of but most of the movie, I had a great time watching a lot of this movie. A couple of the musical numbers go on a bit too long for me. I like the musical numbers, but most of them went on too long for me. A lot of them went on too long for me. The characters were entertaining enough. This is a movie that's good enough for me to enjoy it, but not for me to remember it at all. Like, I'm never going to think, more movies should be like Mary Poppins Returns, because this is a good movie. Just let me get that away. See Mary Poppins Returns at the cheapest price you can possible at a theater, because I don't think it's, necessarily, go to the midnight showing and go to, get popcorn or anything. Just go check out the movie, maybe bring your family. Your family will definitely love this movie. The people in my theater clapped for some reason. I don't know. There was a moment in this movie where I was actually thinking this movie was just okay. But later on, you just kind of like, it's good. It's very charming. It's very colorful and charming. And the way that they bring cartoon with live action, blended it together, really was nice. One of my favorite aspects about this movie is actually seeing the Disney cartoons on the big screen. That's never happened to me in my life. I've never gone to, a re-screening of The Lion King or anything like that. I've only seen, the only two-dimensional, the only 2D cartoon movie I ever saw in theaters was TTG to the movies. And now we're here, and Mary Poppins Returns actually has the cool, the original Disney style, the original style of this classic right here. This is that has the penguins are in it, of course. Yeah, that's pretty much this movie. So it blended that very well. It blended those two elements incredibly well. And I really enjoyed a lot of those scenes. Another problem I have with this movie is, oddly enough, this movie way underfocuses Mary Poppins. There's a lot of scenes where Mary Poppins is just standing there and she does nothing at all. And it's the problem with that is that I like the other characters, but I'd rather go watch Emily Blunt be awesome as Mary Poppins because she's so good in this movie as Mary Poppins. I wanted to see more Mary Poppins than I actually got. And this movie, here's the perfect way to describe this. You love this movie until you realize it's not really doing anything or going anywhere. It's a movie that is incredibly just aimless, if you will. Things are happening more or less in this movie, and it has a lot of pacing issues in there. Yeah. Well, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. This movie could have been awful. Not awful, but it could have been just the cash grab, which it is. And honestly, the author of the original would probably hate this movie because, my god, I like how Disney legitimately recognizes, her problems in Saving Mr. Banks. They legitimately recognized her problems with Mary Poppins 1, and now we're here, and it's they don't care anymore. They're just here to make money. And I'm fine if another Mary Poppins movie. She's a great character. I'd love to see Emily Blunt play more Mary Poppins. Just wait 60 years. It'll be great in 60 years. Yeah, did I love this movie? Nah. Am I gonna go see it again? Nah. I thought it was good. Because in the end, I overall enjoyed Mary Poppins Returns. It's not the best movie of the year, even close. It's a simply fun, entertaining, good nostalgia ride. If you enjoyed the original, you'll definitely enjoy this movie. So yeah, I'll give Mary Poppins Returns a positive rating, because I will give Mary Poppins Returns a good 7. Note this, I liked Aquaman more than I did this movie. Y'all already know the news. We're going to get some Christmas stuff out tomorrow. Then we're going to get a Welcome to Marwen review on the day after Christmas. Then, Ed Lists, which is going to be the coolest time of the year because I love making my 10 worst, my 10 best, my most anticipated of the next year, underrated and overlooked movies of the year, and just other lists, box office lists. There's going to be a lot of stuff for the end of the year. I'm just going to make one every day. I have to do a lot of editing. I also have music lists to do. I have to make my 20 favorites of the year, my 10 worst of the year, and ranking all 5 albums I heard this year. So yeah, there's a lot of editing I'm going to have to do the day after Christmas. Bye!